Hey, welcome to your introduction to the Crestwood PTA and to our dragonfly logo, Daryl. For this presentation, I'm going to focus on the 5 W's of the Crestwood PTA. Our first W is what is the PTA? For those of us who are new to elementary or haven't had the time, PTA stands for Parent Teacher Association. The Crestwood PTA is a member of a national system of PTAs made up of faculty, staff, parents, family, and in some cases, like in PTSAs, students, as well as community members, all working toward a common goal, which is enriching the lives of our students. The National PTA's motto is Every Child, One Voice, and we're all speaking in a strong voice advocating for our students. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. That gives us a charitable donation status. A lot of companies will match any donations that are made to our PTA, and some companies will even pay their employees to volunteer at our school. The mission of the National PTA is to make every child's potential a reality, and that is something we also want to do here at Crestwood. So our next W is why PTA. The number one goal of our PTA is to benefit your child. We're here for your family and more specifically your student. We believe if we enrich the life of one student, even in a very small way, we enrich the lives of students all around them. PTA gives you a chance to bring your supports and your concerns to the attention of people who have the power to respond. We give parents a voice and we welcome yours. We also provide the opportunity for you to connect with your school community. We get to see your face, we get to know your family, and we get to have that one on one interaction we need to have time to listen to your voice. And finally, we are flexible. Being a member does not mean you have to attend all the meetings or volunteer to do things like, I don't know, put together a PTA informational video. Our needs are vast, and so are your skills. I guarantee you have skills or ideas that would make a difference. I also guarantee most of you could have made a better video. There are a few more reasons that why we do what we do. The most important thing, of course, is our student body. We provide activities and family programming meant to supplement what a typical school day would provide. Through fundraising, like in this picture here of our community oriented walkathon, we can earn funds to host fun events like our paint and pop. Or we can say thank you to our moms, stepmoms, grandmothers, and guardians, provide donuts to dads, stepdads, grandparents, and guardians, or even stand in line for some delicious cookies while Mr. Price caters to our every need. Well, for sugar, that is. Our next W is where is the PTA? And let me tell you, that is the question of the year. The world is a little bit wonky right now, but we're not going to let that stand in our way. We, the community, make up the PTA, so the answer is simple. The PTA is wherever you are. This can include any adult community member who has an interest in the success of students, and honestly, that should be everybody. We are dedicated to the students at Crestwood, and we will bend over backwards to find ways to keep our dragonflies engaged. We are constantly exploring options and opportunities for family involvement and student activities, even through this difficult year. Our next W is when is PTA? Well, for now, we're meeting online. Our PTA meetings are Zoom, and they usually land on the first Thursday of every month at 6:30 p.m. Some are board meetings, some are general meetings, but no meetings are closed. Without access to our usual forms of communication, we will rely heavily on social media and email lists to get these dates out to you. So, an advantage of joining the PTA is knowing that you will be on that email list and you will have the most up to date information possible. Our meeting links and dates will be publicized either via reader board, newsletter like Skyward, if you're old school like me, on Facebook. I suggest you look us up, and any other way that we can think of to keep you informed. And we will be doing events all year. We will follow recommended safety guidelines because student health and safety are our top priority. Of course, right behind that, we value fun, educational enrichment, and community connection. Although school is not quite what you're used to this year, we do have some things in the works. Our National PTA Reflections program is happening right now. You can look up the National PTA Reflections page for the 2021 school year and then keep your eyes open for the next couple of weeks for more details. It's an opportunity for students to express themselves through this year's theme, I Matter Because. They can choreograph a dance, produce a film, write a story or some poetry, compose a song, take a picture, or use a collage or any type of visual art to express themselves. We will also be revisiting our art docent program. We are trying to figure out what that is going to look like, and we want to make sure it is accessible to as many students as possible, but we are definitely going to be working on that. We love introducing our students to fine arts and artists while teaching them the elements of art and the principles of design. We are in the process of organizing an author visit with an emerging and very exciting author illustrator who's semi-local, exploring storytelling and illustration with an interview and an activity. We are looking into Free Book Friday, looking for safe ways to do some social distancing, but also be able to provide our students with books that they can read and engage with. And as always, we work on staff appreciation to show our teachers that we understand that this year is incredibly tough and we support them in everything that they do. And we just really, really want them to know that we are behind them 100%. Of course, we are going to work our hardest to make sure that these events and other activities happen, but as with anything, our plans are subject to change based on the world around us. But keep your eyes open, and there will be more exciting things coming. Finally, we get to the fifth and final W. Who is the PTA? I will give you a hint. You are the PTA. There is no PTA without you. We depend on your membership, we depend on your ideas, and possibly your time to help keep providing this programming that we do for our students at Crestwood. We will make sure that the links to register for PTA membership is on our Facebook, or you can visit us at Member Planet. If you have any problems with that, you can email us at cwptaprez with a Z at gmail.com. A membership for one person is $13, for two people is $24, and we kind of break down the price as we go higher up. The PTA has several kind of positions that we work through for the year. We have board members, we have standing committee chairs, activity chairs, volunteers, and general membership. Our board is elected every year. Standing committee chairs and activity chairs are all volunteer, and without these volunteers, we cannot host events. The good news is, if you do volunteer, I bet you have a friend or two that owe you a favor. In the PTA, our goal is that no member ever feels alone or unsupported, especially if you are giving us the gift of your time. But hey, you can't head a committee? No problem. We like planners, we like thinkers, we like supporters, we like crafters, we like people to vote on the things that we need to vote for. There is a role for you, even if it's just being informed and expressing your opinions. Your board members for the 2020 to 2021 school year are as follows. Our co-presidents, Tammy Church and Tiffany Phillips, have a quick message for you first.
Hi, I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Tammy, and we're co-presidents of the Crestwood Elementary PTA.
And we wanted to talk really quick about some reasons why you should join us. We all know this year has been super challenging for the students, staff, and families of Crestwood. And by joining the PTA, you'll have the opportunity to have your voice heard and help us come up with all the different ways that we can support our amazing and hardworking staff here at Crestwood.
Whether in person or virtual, we all have the chance to make a difference in the lives of our students. With your help, we can make this school year soar.
Our co-vice presidents are Melissa Doak and me, Sonia Griffin. Co-treasurers Jenny Futch and Jennifer Henry, and our co-secretaries are Kirsten Horton, April Parrish, and Matt Parrish. Kirsten Horton also functions as our staff liaison. Between us, we have about 600 years of PTA experience, but we are always looking for new people to represent our board. I want to take a minute to go back to that first W, what. We've talked about what we are, but now I want to talk a little bit about what we've done and what we've contributed to Crestwood. We have contributed to our reader board, our rock climbing wall, PE equipment, materials for our positive behavioral interventions and supports. You know, we like to keep our dragonflies soaring. We've contributed to teacher grants, school field trips, library books, minor school improvements, to name a few. And here's some of the things we've done. Our art docent program has been going on for over 5 years. We have popcorn Fridays and movie nights and walkathons, and every couple of years we do a play with the Missoula Children's Theater. We have dances and art auctions and spirit days and bingo nights. Mornings with moms, donuts with dads, or as I like to call it, gluten with guardians. We host book fairs, Cocoa with Santa, PTA reflections, and sixth grade party, just to name a few. And again, we cannot do any of this without our PTA members, like you. Our PTA is dedicated to our student body, but we're also dedicated to each other. We formed our own community, and we would really love to see your faces as part of that community. And I don't want you to worry. The whipped cream, the costumes, those are all optional.
Number one. Yeah, it got me good.
Well, I could go on all day, but let's face it, who has time for that? And I think we're all a little sick of staring at our screens. But I am excited that you've taken the time to learn more about our organization. I mean, so excited. Look at this panda dance. And we are genuine in our desire to hear your voice and your ideas and for you to be a part of the Crestwood team. And while it sounds like an overused cliche, we really can't do any of this without you. In fact, we don't want to. What we do for students is a small but positive drop that may lead to many ripples that can change the world. We look forward to Zooming with you in the very near future. In fact, this Thursday at 6:30. We look forward to seeing you on Facebook. Don't forget to look for our Zoom link or email cwptaprez@gmail.com. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and here's to a successful year for all of us.